Hello, everyone. This is Coach Glad. I'm here with day 5 of how to start a business in 30 days. My goal is to demystify all the confusion that's out there on how to start a business. There's a ton of information on the internet, but with these videos, I'm going to teach you a step-by-step process on what to do every single day so you can so you can start your business. Today, we're going to talk about your incorporation process, or the actually filing for your incorporation application. We're going to talk about a phone script and why that's important, and your domain name. Our last lesson was day 4. What we talked about was a typical customer profile. Goods and services / features versus benefits, and then your logo and where to find that and how to go about doing that. Once again, if you're having issues viewing the actual PowerPoint, I have a link below where you can actually download it from my Google Drive for free. The incorporation process. Number one thing you want to find out is the name of your actual business or corporation. We did that in previous lessons. You want to research and make sure that nobody has that. Then you want to file your articles of incorporation or the incorporation application. And then there's a fee for that. It could be anywhere from $100 to $800 depending on where you live in the U.S. I know in Florida it can cost less than $200, but in some states in the Midwest it can cost up to $500 to get incorporated. Then you're going to file your corporate bylaws. You're going to issue stock. Then you want to get employee identification number or your tax ID number for your corporation, and then file for any local or state permitting licenses. So in Florida, our articles of incorporation may be a bit different, but it usually starts out with a cover letter, the name and contact information of your company. And then Article 1 is the actual name of your corporation. If it's an LLC or an S Corp. Article 2 is a principal office. You want to make sure that you're putting down your mailing address, your home address there. If you're starting out, as a small business in your home. Article 3 is the purpose. The purpose of your corporation. This is not just a list of services or goods that you're going to be doing. You want to make sure that you're keeping it very broad. What the last thing you want to do is have it very, very specific, and then have to file an amendment, which is going to cost you like $50 in Florida to add something once you start business and begin adding things. Keep it very, very broad. Very, very broad. Article 4 is the shares. You don't have to worry about this if you're a small business, less than 30 or so employees. The directors, CEO, or the owner of the corporation. If you have any partners in your corporation, you file it there. Registered agent or incorporator. If you're having a lawyer file this, the lawyer will be the incorporator and you're the registered agent. If you're filing it yourself, you're both. The registered agent is just a contact person. If they have any questions about your company, it'll be listed there. Then you have sales. Sales. This is the most important part of your company. This is what keeps the engine going. Having a phone script is extremely important. I know when the customer calls me, unless I have something written down, I may forget. but this actually helps you control the flow of the actual conversation, helps you to remember what to say. You collect very, very important information, which will help further down the road. And then you also pre-qualify the potential customer, ask them the right question and make sure they can afford your services. And just because they can't afford your services today doesn't mean they're not going to be able to afford it later on. So you also want to learn to follow up, and we'll talk about that later. Just finished reading a great book called Conquering the Chaos, where he talked about automating everything. If you want your business to grow, if you want to be able to focus on other things to grow your business, you really want to automate a lot of things. And then last but not least, being able to delegate the tasks to others with expectation. Once you get all this information, you want to be able to load this person up into your customer database and begin automating and sending them follow-up emails. Phone script continued. What you need on your actual phone script is a section for the actual contact information: name, phone, and email address. How did they hear about you? If you begin seeing a theme of everyone that's calling you in is finding you on the internet, from your website, or from business directory, or from Facebook, or is it a referral from friends, you really want to invest in that. Invest more in that. Start pulling from other marketing and really invest in that. And you begin seeing more and more return on that investment. You want to find out what are they looking to improve or because of your item or your service, which is going to help with finding the emotional value. This could be a wedding or anniversary, a promotion, or just a feel-good purchase. But getting all that information is extremely important. Now, when you're on the phone with an actual customer, they're going to want to know how much is it going to cost them. Before you answer that, and never answer that before telling them the actual benefits and finding out the emotional value for that particular customer. When you answer the price before they find out how it can benefit them, you're devaluing your service or your goods. And what that does is it puts no one ever buys based on price, and you really don't want them to focus on just the price, because people will spend money if they see the value, and you really don't want to devalue yourself. So make sure you find the emotional value, and then begin selling them and talking to them about the benefits and features based on that emotional value. So you want their buy-in. All right, and then next we're going to be talking about your domain name and why this is important. Your domain name is your web address or your URL. It does not have to necessarily be the name of your company. You want it to be very simple. If you have a long company name, like myself, Glad Health and Fitness, it's a very, very long name, which is it's not helpful when it comes to Google searches and things like that. You want to make sure that you research the domain name and that it's not owned or trademarked by anyone else. Then you need to purchase or register your domain name. Finding a domain name, I use GoDaddy to purchase mine. And the way that you purchase them, they are on a yearly subscription. So it's one flat rate for the year. You want to avoid paying for bundles, because they're gonna, if you have a for-profit corporation and you want to use a .com, they're gonna also want to sell you the .net, the .org, the .biz, all this stuff. Avoid buying all of that. Save your money at the beginning. You just need just one. Save your money at the beginning. You may want to buy it later on, but don't spend all that money now. They're also going to want to bundle email and web hosting. Don't purchase this immediately. You really don't need that. Use the free sources while you can, like a Google email, and until you have an actual web designer, don't worry about web hosting just yet. I use GoDaddy because it's 24-hour service. So if there's any issues, I can call them up and they will fix it. When you're choosing a domain name, you want to make sure that it's short but memorable. Keep it easy to spell. My whole first name is Vladimir. This may be difficult for people to spell, so I just leave it as Glad. And my new website is Coach Glad, which has a keyword of coaching and different things that we're going to do with our next company. You can also use your local area. I live in the city of Sunrise. If I sold shoes, I would use a domain name Sunrise Shoes. This can be different from Glad Shoes or Vladimir Shoes or different company, but every time somebody types in, every time someone types in shoe store in Sunrise, my URL or my web address will pop up. And you want to avoid numbers and hyphens. This can be confusing, spelling things out, or people may not type in the right address. So keep it short, keep it simple, keep it easy to spell, use keywords, and use your local area if you want to stay local. So that is the end. Thank you so much for your time. Once again, subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. If you have an issue seeing the actual PowerPoint, I will post it below. Thank you so much for your time. God bless. Bye-bye.